Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis in the county of Sheriff in the state of Tennessee. Today's date is early Sunday morning, November 26, 2017, time 4:08 a.m. First, I thank all my fans, my support for your continued encouragement and support. I'm continuing to keep myself employed right here in the Memphis tri-state area. I'm continuing to further my education at Monroe College online, pursuing my social media studying business administration, concentration, marketing. What I'm doing right now, I'm doing my Instagram. Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis in the county of Sheriff in the state of Tennessee. Today's date is early Sunday morning, November 26, 2017, time 4:10 a.m. First, I thank all my fans, my support for your continued encouragement and support. First, I want to always give thanks to God for all His blessings and His guidance. And as you know, this past, this Thanksgiving holiday weekend, and hope and pray that everybody had a happy Thanksgiving and things of this nature. Now what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna do my Periscope video. Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis in the county Sheriff in the state of Tennessee. Today's date is early Sunday morning, November 26, 2017. Time 4:15 a.m. First, say thank you to all my fans, my support, for your continued encouragement and support. Excuse me. And first, I want to always give thanks to God. I want to always thank God for all His blessings, guidance, and just be thankful. And we know that this is the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, and we hope and pray that everybody was able to have a very happy Thanksgiving. And now we're finna get right to it. There you go. Excuse me. Excuse me. Now, as you know, we're going to continue to talk about African traditional religion. And as you know, African traditional religion is being taught in institutions of higher learning, meaning colleges and universities in sub-Saharan Africa. Now, as you know, now, one of the books we're going to continue to read from and refer to is titled West African Traditional Religion, written by Dr. Joseph Omasei and Malelu, Dr. P. Adalumo, the Pemu. Another book we're going to continue to read from, referred to as titled African Traditional Religion and Definition, written by Dr. E. Beloja Adobu. Another book we're going to continue to read from, referred to as titled African Religions and Philosophy, written by Dr. John S. M. Beatty. Another book we're going to continue to read from, referred to as titled Concepts of God in Africa, written by Dr. John S. M. Beatty. Now, as you know, governments all around, all over the world, they enact laws, and those laws are intended to make each and every one of us safe from organized crime, and the United States government passed the law, the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970. And Title IX of the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970 is the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, the RICO Act. It's anti-gang. And also, the Comprehensive Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Act of 1970, the Controlled Substance Act, the Psychotropic Substances Act, the Continuing Criminal Enterprise Statute, Kingpin Statute, is all anti-gang. And also, the Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Act of 1974 established the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, plus other related legislation, is anti-gang. The Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, the Office of Juvenile Justice, Delinquency Prevention, and Comprehensive Gang Model, the Office of Juvenile Justice, Delinquency Prevention, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the Office of Justice Program, and the United States Department of Justice. The Office of Justice Program, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the United States Department of Justice, Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, and Project Safe Neighborhoods. The United States Department of Justice, the Office of Community-Oriented Policing Service, the Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, the United States Department of Justice, the Office of Justice Program, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs, the United States Department of State, the Institute for Intergovernmental Affairs, Gang Resistance, Education, and Training, the GREAT Program. The United States Department of Justice, the Office of Justice Program, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention. In October 2009, the National Youth Gang Center, which had been funded by the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention since 1995, merged with the National Gang Center, which had been funded by the Bureau of Justice Assistance since 2003. The National Gang Center, compilation of state laws against gangs. You can go to the National Gang Center website and be informed about the state laws against gangs. Gang prevention. An overview of research and program of Mr. James C. Howard, It's the Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention. The United States Department of Justice, the Bureau of Justice Assistant Office of Justice, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention, National Gang Center Bulletin. And the title of that bulletin, History of Street Gangs in the United States. Now there are books in the bulletin for you to refer to. Read the books in the bulletin. And also, the same information can be found on Wikipedia, titled Gangs in the United States. Now, the United States Department of Justice, Office of the United States Attorney Manual 1457, Criminal Street Gang Statute 18, United States Code 521. United States Department of Justice, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, National Gang Intelligence Center. United States Department of Justice, Organized Crime and Gang Section, and other federal, state, and local agencies. United States Department of Justice, the Office of Justice Program, National Institute of Justice, Anti-Gang Strategies, Prevention, Intervention, Assessment, and Suppression. United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, National Institute of Justice, United States Department of Health and Human Services, Center for Disease Control and Prevention, National Center for Injury Prevention and Control. Changing course, preventing gang membership. Also, striving to reduce youth violence everywhere. United States Department of Justice, United States Department of Education, United States Department of Health and Human Services, United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, United States Department of Labor, and the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy. National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention. You can go to youth.gov and you can be informed about the National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention, as well as the Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative and the Comprehensive Gang Model. Also, United States Department of Justice, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, National Crime Prevention Council, keeping kids out of gangs. And also, anti-hazing. You can go to lawyers.com, be informed about anti-hazing. Now I do have in my possession a Merriam-Webster dictionary. Merriam-Webster dictionary. That's a copyright. Copyright 2004. Copyright 2004. I do have in my possession Merriam-Webster thesaurus. And also, I do have in my possession Oxford Paperback Dictionary and Thesaurus. First edition, 2001. Second edition, 2007. Third edition, 2009. Also, Pocket Oxford American Dictionary and Thesaurus. First edition, 2002. Second edition, 2006. Third edition, 2010. This here is the world map. It's the world map. Now this, while we continue to talk about, you know what I'm saying, gang plus stir, that's German, and this abbreviation mob, it's an abbreviation, it's Latin, and it's an abbreviation for mobile. And like I said, it's Latin. As well as we continue to go over the word boss, that's Dutch. Goon, that's English. Thug, that's Indian. Indian. All these different words that these what they call criminal street gangs and the fraternity, sorority that they use to negatively influence myself as well as others. They words. They throw words out. Stone. Player. Mac. Pimp. Whore. Hustler. They'll make up all kind of junk. It's just all it is, a bunch of junk, and they just make it up. But we're gonna continue, to go to the dictionary. Go to the dictionary. Now, as you know, there are many people living in Europe who did not participate, who were not involved, or did not participate in the East African, West African slave trade. And the Albanian speaking people, they were not involved. They did not participate in the East African, West African slave trade. The East European nation of Lithuania and Latvia, the Baltic speaking people, they were not involved, they did not participate in the East African, West African slave trade. And the East European nation of Greece, the Greek-speaking people, they were not involved. They did not participate in the East African, West African slave trade. Now, the Slavic speaking people. The Slavic speaking people in the East European nations of Russia, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Poland, Bulgaria, Belarus, the Ukraine, as well as the former Yugoslav republics of Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Slovenia, Montenegro, Macedonia, Kosovo. They were not involved. They did not participate in the East African, West African slave trade. Now, the East European nation of Turkey, also known as Anatolia, and they speak the Turkic language, also the Altaic language, also known as the Ottomans. The Ottoman, you know, the Ottoman Empire. The Altaic speaking people, they were not involved. They did not participate in the East African, West African slave trade. Now, the East European nations of Hungary, the Hungarians, the East European nation of Finland, the Finnish people, the East European nation of Estonia, the Estonian people, the Uralic Altaic languages speaking people, the Uralic Altaic speaking people. They were not involved. They did not participate in the East African, West African slave trade. Now, the East European nation of Romania or Romania, the Romanian language is classified as Latin and Romance language. The Romance languages of Spanish, Portuguese, French, and also the Romanian. Now, Romania is divided into three. Have three divisions: Moldavia, Transylvania, Wallachia. Now, and also it needs to be made known that the people in Romania, they speak Latin. However, historically, the people that the Romanian people are Greek. Historically, the Romanian people are Greek-speaking people. In history, the Thracians. That's who the Romanians are. They are the Thracians. Thracian, Thracian. And prior to the Roman conquest of Dacia, the territories between the Danube and Dniester rivers were inhabited by various Thracian peoples. The Thracian people, they are Greek, including the Dacians and the Getae. Now, let's move down here. Now, it says that Roman incursions under Emperor Trajan between 101 and 102 AD and 105, 106 AD resulted in half of the Dacian kingdom becoming a province of the Roman Empire called Dacia Felix. Now, the Roman rule lasted for about 165 years. During this period, the province was fully integrated into the Roman Empire, and a sizable part of the population were newcomers from other provinces. The Roman colonists introduced the Latin language. According to followers of the continuity theory, the intense Romanization gave birth to the Proto-Romanian language. The province was rich in ore deposits over there. So, like I said, the people in Romania are Greek. They are Greek. They are the Thracian. And also, we know that historically, in history, the Romanian people have a history of slavery. They have a history of slavery in Romania. Now, the people who were enslaved in Romania, the Roma people. The Roma people, also known as the Gypsies. They are people from India. The Roma people are Indian. They're from India, and they're known as the Gypsies. Now, slavery was abolished in Romania. It was abolished, and slavery was abolished in the early 1850s. It was abolished. Now, legal terminology. There's legal terminology. When you say abolish means to end something. To stop, but end it. And also, it means that it was wrong. Now, the Romanian government, they abolished slavery. It was just not. The people decided one day, a few of them decided the rest of them. No, it was the Romanian government. They abolished slavery legally. When you abolish something, it's legal, it's wrong. So the Romanian government saying to the Romanian people that slavery was wrong, and also to the Roma people that it was wrong. Now, also, the Romanian people during World War II, the atrocities that were committed against the Romanian people by Adolf Hitler and the Germans. Over 300,000 Romanian Jews, Christians, and just Romanian people were murdered by Adolf Hitler and the Germans. And over 10,000 Roma people, over 10,000 Roma people were murdered by Adolf Hitler and the Germans. And some of the most unspeakable and just atrocities ever committed in human history. And so, like I said, the Romanian people, they were not involved. They did not participate in the East African, West African slave trade. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go to the dictionary. Let me clear this here. Now it's my intention to continue to read the Bible. You understand? Read the Bible. But while we're going over the dictionary, if by chance, I run out of time or something like that, go over my time. But on my previous videos, I remind everybody on my previous videos, that's what I have done is continue to expose Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, and all his lies. He lied about his conversion. And so, and like I said, all those who were going along, outside the United States don't speak English. Bible study tools and Bible Gateway can be a useful tool that all those who are listening, who don't speak English, can follow along. Now we're going to go to the dictionary, and we're going to continue to look these words up. Now we're gonna start with Webster's third New International Dictionary, unabridged and 7-language dictionary. there are a lot of educated people who are involved, you know, understand, who are major contributors to this dictionary, from the editor-in-chief on down to editor-in-chief, education, PhD, and all the associate editors, assistant editors, the editorial staff, editorial assistants, secretarial and clerical assistants, outside consultants, there's a lot of education, bachelor, master, PhDs. And also, as I informed everyone last week, I got my dictionaries in, but I also got my magnifying glass. Now this is the one I bought off Amazon.com. It was like $6, and then I paid for the shipping. But they also now with my compact Oxford English dictionary, they sent me a magnifying glass. Alright, so let's go to the word gain. Okay, we're looking up the word gain. All right. Middle English, from Old English, akin to Old High German. Number one, this is what the word gain means for everybody, for all the little girls and boys on the south side of Chicago, all the little girls and boys on the west side of Chicago, and east side and north side of Chicago, as well as all over the whole state of Illinois, as well as surrounding states, on the east coast, Los Angeles, California, and everywhere else. This is what the word gain means. The act, manner, or means of going. That's what the word gain means. That's what it means. The act, manner, or means of going. That's what the word gang means. That's what it means. Passage, course, journey, also gate. Number 2, a dialect chiefly British. Number 1, passage, way, road, lane. Number 2, a pasturage for cattle. B, chiefly Scottish, journey, especially one undertaken to perform an errand. C, chiefly Scottish, the amount as of wood, water, or peat that can be carried at one time or in one trip. Number 3, number 1, a set or full complement of articles, outfit. A gang of oars. That's an invention. That's an invention. We know what the word gang means. It told you at the very beginning. An act, manner, or means of going. That's what the word gang means. All this other stuff is an invention. A gang of oars. Number 2, a combination of similar implements or other items arranged so as to act together to save time or labor. A gang of saws. That's an invention. Or to produce in one operation or as one unit. A gang of printing plates, printing several jobs on a single sheet. B, a number of individuals making up a group as one. A group of persons working under the same direction or at the same task. Migrants laboring in gangs in the woods, mines, and fields. Gangs of experts, bottomers. Okay, number 2, a company of criminals, a gang of desperate banditti. Okay, squealed on the other members of the gang. Number 3, an elementary and close-knit social group of spontaneous origin, especially such a unit composed of antisocial adolescents. Okay. Okay, I'm going to read number 3 again. An elementary and close-knit social group of spontaneous origin, such a unit composed of antisocial adolescents, teenage gangs. Number 4, a group of persons acting in accord who are believed to engage in improper acts or to be influenced by self-seeking, corrupt, or unworthy motives, made captive by the gangs which seize power. Denounce the musical, okay. Gangs then the power. A political gang dragged out the racial issue to divert attention from itself. Number 5, a group of congenial persons having close and informal social relations. A group of persons drawn together by a community of tastes, interests, or activity. One of a gang, they call one another great. Invite the gang plus some pretty girls. Where's the gang going tonight? the gang in the office. Number 6, a flock or herd of animals. A gang of little chickens. Okay, now we're on gang number 2. It's a verb. Number 1, to attack a person as a gang. Young hoodlums always gang you. Try to gang him and take it away from him. Number 2, to assemble or operate mechanical or electronic parts simultaneously as a group. Circuits ganged together by gears. See, it's an invention. B, to arrange in or produce as a gang. It's type pages or printed sheets, often used with up to form a group or gang. Keep company, go, travel. Empty-headed, idle-handed widows who gang together. Gangs with those kids on the next block, often used with up. The boys would gang up around the corner drugstore. Gang number 3. Middle English, ganging, to go, walk. From Old English, gang, akin to Old High German, gang, to go. Old Norse, gang, goth, gang, to go. Old English, gang. Act of going. Scottish, go. That's what the word gang means. Now let's go to gangster. Okay. All right. Okay. Gangster. Gang. Dot. Stir. Now the dot is a syllable break. Gangster is a noun. Gang plus stir. A member of a gang of criminals, gunman, thug. Also a person who uses violence, intimidation, or other extra legal means of coercion for business ends. Racketeer, a gangster in some kind of syndicate that controls stores and nightclubs. Name one gangster as the real boss of the city. Alright. all the little girls, all the little boys on the south side of Chicago, the west side of Chicago, east side, north side, the whole state of Illinois, as well as all the surrounding states, the East Coast, Los Angeles, California, talking about some blood gang, talking about some Crip gang, as well as everywhere else on this earth. This is what the word gang means. The act, manner, or means of going. That's what it means. Gang, the act, manner, or means of going. That's what the word gang means. You ain't got to worry about no. I'm sitting here with the dictionary, and we're going to go to the Compact Oxford English Dictionary, and it's going to tell you the same thing. This is what the word gang means. Now, okay. Now let's go to mob. Okay, now we're going to go to mob. Now the first mob number one is of unknown origin. It's a noun. It's talking about undress, disavow, woman's cap. Now mob number two is a verb, mobbed, mobbing, mobs. Back formation, to muffle the head of, as in a hood. To dress oneself negligently, to go to an unfashionable place, disguise or so dress as to avoid recognition. Alright, now let's go to mob number three. Mob number three is a noun. It's short for mobile. Number one, the lower classes of a community, the populace or the lower part of it. Masses, the use of superstition for the purpose of policing the mob. Political spellbinding to appeal to the mob mind. Number 2A, a large and disorderly collection of people tended to acts of violence. Windows were smashed and police beaten by the angry mob. A fear of mob rule. B, people in a large disorderly group used without an article. People in a large disorderly group used without an article. Okay. The lane was full of mob and the house so full we could not get in. Number 3, chiefly Australian. A flock drove or herd of animals. See? Okay, chiefly Australian. A flock drove or herd of animals. Number 4A, a criminal set or organization as of pickpockets or gangsters. Gang, B, clique, set. Synonym, C, crowd. Now, mob number 4 is a verb. Mobbed, mobbing, mobs. Number 1A, to crowd about and attack or annoy. Mobbed by autograph hunters before he could enter the theater. Attack in a mob. A crowd tried to mob him and he ran for safety into the superintendent's office. B, to crowd into or around. Bargain hunters that mob the stores on sale days. Number 2, dialect English. To rail at, scold, abuse. Number 3, to hunt as a fox in such a way as to allow the quarry no chance to escape as by surrounding it. To form a disorderly mob, crowd or riot in a mob. The way the newsman mobbed forward. Now, mob is an abbreviation. Number 1 for mobile. Number 2, mobilization. Mobilize. That's what it means. It's an abbreviation. Because when you say mob is a verb, you still saying, and then with mob number 3 is a noun. It's short for mobile. And when you look up the word mobile, this mob number 3 is short for mobile. So we go, when we move down to the definition of mobile, then that's what the word means. It's an abbreviation. Then we looking at the abbreviation mobile. Mob, the abbreviation is the abbreviation for mobile, number 1. Number 2, mobilization. Mobilize. That's what it means. It's an abbreviation. It's an abbreviation for mobile. Then we go down here to mobile. So let's move down to mobile. What does mobile mean? Mobile. Now, let's forget. When you pronounce words, now I know everybody's listening to what I'm saying. I'm pronouncing the word mob and mobile. You understand? But we have to pronounce words because we have to use the pronunciation of symbols. Alright, so okay, let me see. Mobile. Also mobile. As a Middle French from Latin, mobilis. Latin. Now you know I don't speak Latin. movabilis, French, Latin, movere, to move, plus abilis, able, more, and move. Alright, number one, capable of moving or being moved from one place to another. Movable. And that's what the word means. See, every time we read a word, the very first definition of the word, that's what it means. That's the reason why they put it at the very beginning. So again, what does mobile mean? Mobile, what do it mean? At the very beginning, number one, capable of moving or being moved from one place to another. Movable, as a, capable of moving or being moved about readily. Globular proteins that are movable, and rod-shaped proteins that form solid structures. So let me make sure so this is what let me write this down. I'll mark it. Now, I stopped at as because the definition can keep going, you know what I'm saying? But I stopped. But that's what the word mobile, that's the very first definition of the word, capable of moving or being moved from one place to another, movable. Now, I didn't put the abbreviation, but the abbreviation, mob. Okay, make sure I mark it. What do I do? That's, that's the abbreviation at the bottom. But that's what the word means. That's what the abbreviation means. Excuse me. Okay. Now, I'm going to read mobile. Okay, let me see. Okay, I was already reading. Okay. Mobile. Capable of moving or being moved from one place to another. Movable as a capable of moving or being moved about readily. Globular proteins that are mobile and rod-shaped proteins that form solid structure of the tongue is clearly the most mobile form, solid structure, articulator. Characterized by an extreme degree of fluidity, ether and mercury are mobile liquids. Compare viscous. B. Organized and equipped for ready movement as by truck or air transport. Mobile fighting forces. Mobile television. Units for on-the-spot reporting. C. Free for use or service anywhere, not restricted or committed. Mobile dollars to be used where they can be best advanced the welfare of the whole institution. Mobile labor could be sent anywhere in England. D. Designed as a vehicle or mounted on a vehicle or easily placed on or in a vehicle as a trailer or truck. Mobile loudspeakers carrying the campaign speeches into the streets. A mobile missile launcher. Mobile homes. Number 2. Capable of or tending to change. Changeable. As a changing readily in appearance and expression under the influence of mind or feeling. His mobile face mirrors every feeling from bitter sadness to ecstasy. B. Easily swayed in feeling, purpose, or direction. A mind adventurously flexible but not frivolously mobile. C. Marked by readily adaptability, industrial resources so mobile that they could be quickly switched from producing for export to producing for home demand, alert and flexible in the use of resources. A mobile imagination. An organization mobile enough to cope with any emergency. 3. Characterized by frequent or continuous movement. The wind in mobile grasses, specifically tending to travel or migrate from place to place. We began as explorers, empire builders, pilgrims, and refugees, and we are still today the most mobile people on the face of the earth. The Indians of the Great Plains were mobile bison hunters. Number 4A, characterized by the mixing of social groups, the general confusion of moral standards which characterizes mobile societies, affording opportunity for a shift in social status. Though highly mobile is not classless. B. Having the opportunity for or undergoing a shift in status within the hierarchical social levels of a society in which women are more mobile than men, born of upward mobile middle class parents. Number 5, marked by the use of vehicles for transportation. Mobile defense, mobile warfare, took to their cars for a mobile holiday. 6, of related to or having the characteristics of a mobile. Now, there's some other mobiles, but there's some other mobiles, because we just read mobile number 1. Then there's mobile number 2. Basically, it's still saying the same thing, mobile number 2. Then you have a number 3, number 4. Pronunciation number 3 possibly different. And number 4. Alright, so let's go to mobster. Okay. Mobster. It's a noun. Mob plus stir. A member of a criminal gang. A member of a criminal gang. That's mobster. Okay. So let's go to the other dictionary. Let's go to the Webster Esper, the S dictionary. Now, when I ordered the dictionary, the Webster's Third New International Dictionary on the Bridge and 7-language dictionary. The other two are just the A through G and the H through R, which I ordered through Amazon.com. They sent the 1986, copyright 1986. Now I have the S through Z. It is the Webster's Third New International Dictionary on the Bridge and 7-language dictionary. It's the same dictionary. And it's volume 3, S through Z, but it's the copyright 1976. It's the same dictionary, 1976. That's the only difference. This is a 1976, but it's still the same dictionary. What we're going to look up right now, we're going to look up the suffix stir. And then we're going to look up fraternity and sorority. Then we're going to go to the compact Oxford English Dictionary, and we're going to look up the same words. Alright? So stir. S-T-E-R. Okay. All right. Stir. S-T-E-R. Stir. Following a voiced consonant, as in mobster. Noun is a suffix. It's a suffix. Middle English, stir. S-T-E-R-E. E-S-T-E-R-E. From Old English, handles or operates. Spinster, tapster, teamster. Number 2, one associated with or participates in. Gangster, gangster. Okay, let me read that again. Okay, let me read that again. Okay, it's a following a voice consonant, as in mobster. It's a suffix, Middle English, stir. S-T-E-R-E, E-S-T-E-R-E. From Old English, estry, E-S-T-R-E. Female agent, akin to with the Middle Dutch, stir. Number 1. One that does or handles or operates. Spinster, tapster, teamster. Number 2, one that makes or uses. Songster, punster. Number 3, one that is associated with or participates in. Gangster, gangster. So that's stir. Let me get this book right quick. Now the copyright is 2002. Now we're going to look up stir. Okay, stir, S-T-E-R. A person or thing associated with an activity, quality. Old English, E-S-T-R-E, I-S-T-R-E, etc. Early examples refer to a woman engaged in an occupation. Early examples refer to a woman engaged in an occupation, such as Brewster, Malster, and Spencer. This last, originally a woman who spins. The ending was the feminine equivalent of words ended in E-R-E, which later became E-R, C-E-R number 1. It has long been extended to activities undertaken by men such as chorister or teamster. Words in which it refers to a characteristic of the person include youngster, in the U.S. derived oldster, as well as hipster, a person who is hip, who follows the latest trends and fashion. Less often the ending refers to objects. Roadster being a rare example. It often has derogatory sense. Tipster, rhymester, prankster. Many of these are more common in the U.S. than Britain. Gangster, gangster, huckster, jokester, mobster, punster, trickster. Such terms continue to be formed again most frequently in the U.S. Popster, hypester, soulster, scamster. Master comes from Old English magister, but derives from Latin magister. See also meister, meister. Others that derive from Latin words with the same ending include minister and barrister, formed from bar, an imitation of minister, as do nouns ending in A-S-T-E-R, such as poester, and words such as boaster, jester, broadcaster, and protester. The suffix is ER, CER1, on a stem ending in ST. So let me turn over here to ER. too long. It's too many ERs. It's ER1. There's another ER2, 3, and 4. So since I got the S, we're going to go ahead and look up sorority. Okay. Okay. Sorority. Okay. Sorority. It's a noun. Middle Latin, from Middle Latin. Sororitas, from Latin. Sorrow, it means sister. Sorrow means sister. Plus itis and itis. More and sister. Number 1, sisterhood. Number 2, a society or club of girls or women, as in a college. Compare fraternity. Let me get a piece of paper. Let's see. And that was where it is. It's sorrow. when you look up the word sorority, you see all these other words. Sororo, sororate, sororial, sorority, sororize, sorosilicate. But the base of the word is soro, and it's Latin, and it means sister. That's what the word means, soro. It means sister. And it's Latin. That's the word, soro. It means sister. That's all it means, man. That's all it means. It means sister. That's all it means. All that other stuff you add, all that stepping and all that hazing, initiation, you made it up. You're lying. The sorority is lying. They lying. They be making up all that junk, and they lying. It's lying. Use your common sense. All that Greek letters, they lying. The word soror, it means sister. So what do some Greek letters got to do with sister? Nothing. They made it up. It's made up. Use your common sense. The word soror, it means sister. That's all it means. Sister. That's what soror means. That's the base of the word soror. When you say sorority, the base of the word is soror. It means sister. So all that Greek letters, all them letters, stepping, hand sign, all that stuff, initiation, they made it up. It's all made. They lying. And when you make up all that junk, you're lying. You're lying. You're not telling the truth. You're lying. Let's go to fraternity. Same thing. When you say frater, when you say frat, F-R-A, and ter, it means brother. It's Latin for brother. When you say fraternal, you're saying brother in Latin. That's what it is. See, the base. That's the base. That's the word. It's frater. It means brother. That's what it means. See, that's the brother. See, that's what it means. It's Latin. Frater. It means brother. That's all it means. That's all it means, brother. See, all that Greek stuff, all that Greek letters, colors, stepping, initiation, all that, they lying. They made it up. The word frater means brother. That's all it means. That's all it means, is brother. All that other stuff, all that junk, they made it up. They lying. They lying. The fraternity lying. The sorority, they lying. Soror means sister. Frater means brother. That's all it means. That's all it means. Okay, fraternity. So when you say fraternity, Fraternity. 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 That means brother. That's all it means. Sorority. Sorority. Sister. That's all it means. They lying. Fraternity. From Middle French and Latin. Middle French fraternity. Latin fraternity. Fraternitas. From fraternus plus ite, atus, ite. Number one. A group of people associated or formally organized for a common purpose, interest, or pleasure as A religious or ecclesiastical brotherhood. B, a usually organized group of men of the same class, occupation, interest, or pursuit, company, guild, fraternal order. C, a national or local men's student organization formed chiefly for social purposes, having secret rights and a name consisting of usually 3 Greek letters. Also an organization of alumni who are members of such an organization. D, a student organization for scholastic, professional, or extracurricular activities, especially a national honorary organization, including students and alumni. An honorary fraternity, a debating fraternity. Number 2A, the quality or state of being a brother or being brothers. The relationship of a brother or of brothers. B, the quality or state of being brotherly or very friendly. Brotherliness. C, a brotherly commonness as of occupation. Men with a fraternity of interest. 3, men of the same class, profession, occupation, character, or taste. The legal fraternity. The racetrack fraternity. The despised fraternity of armchair historians. 4A, the entire progeny of a single maiden. B, a group of siblings. Every time you look up the word fraternity, you see frater. Frater. Every time you look the word up, you see frater. So let's go to the compact Oxford English Dictionary. Copyright 1971. 1971. No excuse. No excuse. I want to give you a chance. I want to give everybody an opportunity to see how small this writing is. Okay, here we go. All right, everybody. Gang. Okay. Alright, here we go, everybody. Gang. The one gong, incense, gang. See also gong. Old English, gang, gong. Gong. Dutch, gang. Old High German, Old High German. Gang, Middle High German. Gang, Old Norse, ganger. Goth, gag. Old Teutonic, gang. Noun of action related to ganging. To go. The cognate, Old Norse, gange. Weak feminine, walking. Course, gone, neutral. A passage. The lobby from which some of the English sentences may possibly be derived. Action or mode of going, way, passage. Plural steps, goings, journeyings, Old English only. Okay. Number 2. The power of going, ability to walk about. B. Manner of going, gait or carriage. C. The act of walking. D. Currency of money, Old Norse, gang. Number 3, a journey, sometimes with definition of extent. B, a traveling or resorting. Number 4, a way, road or passage. B, the course of a stream. C, a walk or pasture for cattle. Number 5, a step or rung of a ladder. Number 6, a turn or spell in any work or exercise. Number 7, the quantity or amount usually carried at one time. The Old English gang frequently appears in later English only as gong. Number 2, a set of things or persons. 8, a set of articles such as are usually taken together. B, a set of tools or implements so arranged as to work simultaneously. Number 9, a company of workmen. B, a company of slaves or prisoners. Number 10, any band or company of persons who go about together or act in concert, chiefly in a bad or depreciatory sense, and a mode usually mainly associated with criminal societies. B, to be of a gang, to belong to the same society, to have the same interests. Number 11, U.S., a collection or herd of animals of the same species, especially of elk or buffalo. A pack of dogs. Okay. Number 3, denoting implements worked in sets. Okay. Gang. Okay. Forms, okay. Gongan. Common Teutonic Old English, gang gang, gone gang. Gang gang, Middle Dutch. Old High German, gang gang. Middle High German, gang gang. Old Norse, gang gang. In Middle English, no trace of it, okay. Old English. Old Teutonic. The use of the verb. Okay, number 1, to walk, go. I mean go. Number 2, it means go. Okay, gang. Verb, to arrange in a gang. To gang in, to come in a gang. Okay, so that's gang. That's gang. Old English, Old High German, Old Teutonic. That's what it means. To go, walk, a passage. That's what the word originally means. Let me go back over here to the very beginning. Middle High German, Old High German. It's an action or mode of going, way, passage. That's the very first meaning. Action or mode of going, way, passage. Old English. Then number 2, the power of going, ability to walk about. Manner of going, gait or carriage. Number 3, the act of walking. That's what it means. Now, gangster is not in here. Gangster is not in this dictionary. It's not in this dictionary. So let's go to mob. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna give everybody a chance, opportunity to see. Okay, here we go. Mob. It tells you at the very beginning when you say mob, it's an abbreviation of mobile. Number one, the disorderly and riotous part of the population, the roughs, the rabble, and the assemblies of the rabble, a tumultuous crowd bent on or liable to be incited to acts of lawlessness and outrage. One other mob, that would be number two, the common mass of people, the lower orders, the uncultured or illiterate as a class. Number three, without the disorder or lower class people forming a crowd. Number four, a promiscuous assemblies of people. A multitude or aggregation of persons regarded as not individually important. B, a heterogeneous collection or crowd. C, original Australian, a flock or drove of animals. D, Shetland dialect, a school of Wales. Refined slang, company or gang of thieves or pickpockets working in collusion. Number six, trivial and complete, simply number seven, mob courtship among the lower classes, mob defense. Okay. A mob is a verb to attack in a mob or disorderly crowd, to crowd around and molest or annoy. B, to force a person into the action, drive him from a place by mobbing him. Number two, to form a mob, to congregate in a mob or disorderly crowd. Okay. Now, they had those other words that say mob. Now, let me go back over here. From obscure, like a mob cap, a strumpet, a negligee attired, a dishabille, mob dress, mob cap. Alright, so let me go back over here. Abbreviation for mobile. So let me look on mobile. Okay, I'm making sure I get the right mobile, but there's more than one mobile. Okay, that's the one. Number one, capable of movement, movable, not fixed, or stationary. That's mobile. And then we have to also be careful about the pronunciation. Don't forget, when you're reading the dictionary, the pronunciation is just as is important. So when you see me reading and pronouncing the word, because it gives you the pronunciation in parentheses, and it might not, it's not spelled the same. And then they got the pronunciation symbols and things of this nature. Okay, that was number one. Okay, be of a limb and organ of the body, movable, not fixed. Okay, of a liquid that has its particles capable of free movement. D, of a cell, molecule capable of separate movement, free, not adnate or fixed. E, mobile spasms. Number two, characterized by facility of movement. B, of a person, his mind instead of that turns or its turn is from one thing to another. C, rarely of a visible object, constantly in motion. Military troops that may be easily and rapidly moved from place to place. Okay, so that's mobile. That's mobile. Now, as you know, mobster is not in here. Mobster and gangster, they're not in here. So, A through O. Let's go to fraternity. See, just like we just got through saying, frater, FRA.TER. That's Latin for brother. For brother, frater. Frater, brother. Number one, a friar. Number two. Number three, a brother, comrade. Then you have fraternal. And every time you say fraternal, when you look in the dictionary, they break it down. They break it down, and it always go back to frater. Latin frater, brother. Pertaining to brothers or a brother. Characteristic of a brother, brotherly. Then you see fraternity. Latin. Fraternity. Pertaining to a brother. See fraternal. The relation of a brother or brothers. Brotherhood. Number 2, the state or quality of being fraternal or brotherliness. Number 3, a family of brothers. Number 4, a body or order of men organized for religious or devout purposes. Number 5, a body of men associated by some tie or common interest. A company guild. A body of men of the same class, occupation, purpose, pursuits. So when you say fraternize, that's what it means, frater. Every time, frater, brother. It's Latin, mean brother. I have to get the S. Okay, we in sorority. Sororitas, or Latin soror. It means sister. After fraternity. Number one, a body or company of women united for some common object, especially for devotional purposes. U as the female section of a church congregation. Number two, U as a women's society in a college or university. So that's what it means. Soror, sister. Stir, S-T-E-R. Suffix. Estre, E-S-T-R-E, and later Y-S-T-R-E. Now, it's a suffix, and it's too long, but that's what it is, a suffix. Forming feminine agent nouns, a derivative of the Old Teutonic, Old High German. Basically, it tells you what it's a suffix in Old German, Old High German, Old Teutonic, feminine agent. You understand? But it's a suffix. Now, as you know, the Webster's Dictionary, American Dictionary of the English Language, first edition 1828, second edition 1841. You know, Civil War and all that, before, pre-Civil War and post-Civil War. And then you had the unabridged edition, 1864. Then you had Webster's International Dictionary, 1890 and 1900. And then 1898, the Collegiate Dictionary was introduced. Then you had Webster's New International Dictionary, 1909. Then you had Webster's New International Dictionary, second edition, 1934. World War I had already been fought and was over. And World War II had been fought and was over. So by the time Webster's third New International Dictionary, 1961. See, they had all these dictionaries, all these historical black colleges and universities. There's no excuse. No excuse. No, all that fraternity, sorority, no excuse. All this criminal street gang, no excuse. No excuse. Now, Encyclopedia Britannica, they purchased Merriam-Webster in 1964. Now, you had the revisions and updates of the third Merriam-Webster, and they had an addenda section in 1966, and so then it was expanded in 1971, 1976, 1981, 1986, 1993, and 2002. Then you had Merriam-Webster Collegiate Dictionary, first edition 1898, second edition 1910, third edition 1916, fourth edition 1931, fifth edition 1936, sixth edition 1949, seventh edition 1963, eighth edition 1973, the ninth edition 1983, 10th edition 1993, the 11th edition 2003. No excuse. No excuse. None. Now let me go over here to Oxford. Now, as you know, the Philological Society over at Oxford University, they started the Oxford English Dictionary. Now, the first edition, the completion of first edition and first supplement, April 1928. And then you had, between 1928 and 1933, you had additional material had to be compiled to make a one-volume supplement. So the dictionary was reissued as a set of 12 volumes and a one-volume supplement, 1933. Second supplement. And then the second supplement, it was done in 4 volumes, starting with A, H, O, and C. They were published in 1972, 76, 1982, and 1986. The dictionary to 16 volumes or 17 counting the first supplement. Then you had the second edition of the Oxford English Dictionary, and it was done in 1989. It was in 20 volumes. Then you had your edition series, Volume 1, 1994, Volume 2, 1994, Volume 3, 1997. Then you had your third edition. And then the third edition of the Oxford English Dictionary, it won't be complete until around about 2037. Now the compact editions in 1971, 13 volume Oxford English Dictionary 1, 1933, was reprinted as a 2-volume compact edition by photographically reducing each page to 1/2 its linear dimension. And it came with a slipcase drawer and a magnifying glass. We just read from. That's the 1971. Now you got the compact Oxford English Dictionary 2nd edition, 1991. And it comes with a magnifying glass. Now they're working on the electronic version also. So like I say, man, no excuse. No excuse. Far as I'm concerned, man, people be saying things out their mouth. Talking about some East Coast and talking about some Los Angeles. Talking about some South Side of Chicago, West Side of Chicago, man. Saying all that. And they had all these dictionaries. I need me some hand grenades. I need me some rifles with scopes on them. Matter of fact. Individuals say things like that. What I want to do to you, what I want, if I get my hands on. I'm gonna get ready to end today's video. Again, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis. It's in the county of Shelby, in the state of Tennessee. Thank all my fans, my support, for your continued encouragement, support, and always put God first. And I know I didn't get the opportunity to read from the Bible like I wanted to, but my previous videos, we continue to expose Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, all the lies he told about his conversion. And we know that saying you're a Christian, that's a lie. We know that the Apostle Peter did not tell you to call yourself a Christian. That's a lie. And all them epistles that Saul wrote, number lies. The disciples, that's right. So continue to read the Bible, read the books of Acts, read the book of Acts. In my previous videos, we went over, till next time, take care of yourself, wish each and every one of you very best.